All right, we have 5 over-the-counters. Now, I've been talking about this Affluence one, AFFU, right? Not so good for the year, but for the year to date, coming back. Now, something interesting about these guys too, they have this guy, Oscar Brito, as their president, and he was a co-founder of OQST, so they're obviously doing well. He has a lot of experience here, wealth experience, raising money, $600 million in funding for projects and companies across real estate. I mean, you could say he has a good reputation, and not every penny stock CEO is going to have the best, what you could say, reputation. So I think this bodes pretty well for AFFU, but obviously other things. Affluence strengthens acquisition strategy to drive scalable growth. So this is from August 6th. Provider of smart city industrial IoT solutions announced renewed focus on acquisition, scalable growth, and long-term value. See, these communication IoT solutions, those are a rising industry. And based upon, they expect acquisitions to account for 70% of its overall growth in the coming years. You could say that Oscar Brito could be kind of like a two hands catalyst. So where we have Emil Sasanto, which two hands, still waiting on that SPAC merger there, but we know that people really liked it when he got taken on. So maybe this guy, Oscar, can be somewhat of a catalyst, but he has been on for a little while now, so we shall see. He definitely brings something special to this tiny micro penny. And when I had put their articles into Grok, they did 6.4, I don't know what that one is, euros in contracts across Asia, Europe, Central Africa. Definitely a risk, definitely micro penny, but we could see where they go. And the next one, all right, this one, LRGR, 4-ton. 4-ton operates in unspecified, wait, that one's not going to tell us the right thing. Let me see. So this Luminar Media Group, okay, and here they are down, but they are up 450% in the past year. And now, all right, there we go. So fintech, emerging fintech, and they are going to be United States and Puerto Rico. And this was from here, okay, August 27th. Reports financial results, revenue up 220%, profit surges. You can say that that is not very usual. A leading revenue-based financing company serving underserved small businesses across the United States stands filing of a Q2 report. All right, and then they're going to have revenue, $3.35 million in H1 2025, 220% quarter over quarter. Then operating income, 1.7. This extraordinary performance highlights our scalability of our platform and ability to execute in a rapidly expanding market. Our mission is to provide fast, reliable capital to small businesses traditionally overlooked by banks. Now that is a bit risky. The fact that we achieved over 800% profit growth while limiting expense growth to just 74% demonstrates the strength of our model and the value we bring to our clients and our shareholders. You could say that is, and then wait, this was one of their articles. This one is also from August 27th. This is just the same. Another one saying the same thing. Strong demand. So we could say LRGR, Luminar, at 17 cents. Could be an interesting player there. All right, next one. Then we have Aibotics, AIBT. And as you can see, micro penny for sure. But they also, now remember, Aibotics, this one's the EHV one, EHVVF, and that's the one that has the Phil robot, which is like the bedside massager. I think they should name it something besides Phil. And they had that partnership with the gyms. I don't know, one of the gyms. So see, ABI refers to robotics and technology developed by a subsidiary of the technology company. The company's flagship product is Phil. Now, what the other part that I like about AIBT? Wait. See, I don't know why they wouldn't. I wonder if these two would merge. Why do they need two tickers? Because you have EVA, is just as much. Another micro penny there. So wouldn't it make sense if they, I don't know. But another one, they also went into the Chinese market. And I think things will go well with the China-US trade deal, because Trump said he was going to, at first he said no more Chinese student visas, and then he brought them all back. So that bodes very well. So if they're working in, you could say, but they do have a delayed launch of an intelligent assistant platform. That could get bought up. We know Apple doesn't have one, but I don't know. Uncertain market conditions, of course. Expanding distribution market for access for fill, massage robot. Clear focus on AI agent development, robotics integration. Operating in a high growth market, projected to reach $1 trillion by 2031. Well, that just because the market is, we would have to see how that's going to be going. But that would be pretty much EHVFF and AIBT. Wait a minute. That was our fill one. Yeah. And here's what it said. The pilot program with a Chinese-based global leader in commercial service robots. That is also, I think, because Rich Tech Robotics also partnered or had licensed something to a Beijing Robotics, and Rich Tech really popped on that. Well, it took a little while, but here's going to be, to accelerate our entry, signed an agreement with strategic partner UI Convergence, Singapore-based human machine interface innovator. Together, they will be developing cutting-edge autonomous operating platform to power next generation of robots and AI assistants. That is also something that you could say is interesting. I think AIBT, they're both basically connected. So, but AIBT, I do love a robot company, and China partner, Singapore working. I think that's promising. All right, now we're going to have frequency holdings, FRQN, but this was under another one. That was the one that was under the ice cream holding one, YCRM, which I've talked about. So now if you were holding on this YCRM, now you're going to see it would be FRQN. And we have formerly Yingling's Ice Cream Shop has completed a corporate name and symbol change following the FIN report. The company is transforming into a multi-brand technology holding company modeled after Berkshire Hathaway and Alphabet. It's good to have role models. The company's portfolio includes Reach Out, a cybersecurity-focused IT service provider, and plans to expand into decentralized identity and artificial intelligence through ventures like Trustless. What kind of venture name is that? Trustless? That sounds like the most, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they're being around. Company, I wouldn't want to have an AI company named that. But wait, you have Kevin Harrington. So we are going to say we think Kevin Harrington, we hope he knows best. And he looks like he I don't know. If there's one thing that guy looks like he does, it's make fucking money, I might say. And he was on Shark Tank. Where's him and that one asshole? A lot of assholes, but I'm sure he's not. And then we could say, if he has 450 million and he is taking on this, if going onto their board, then you have David Meltzer of the Napoleon Hill Institute. Maybe they're seeing things in this company. I think that could be good. Strategic evolution into multi-brand technology holding company, active expansion through Reach Out cybersecurity, strong board composition, industry leaders, planned expansion into growing markets. But they are significantly shifting, but I think that's okay because they are hiring to do so. It's not like it's just the same people totally shifting with no knowledge on what to do next. No financial metrics. Definitely a risk here. But these guys, they could pop out with something interesting. Another one, maybe like Two Hands, where people might think that this Shark Tank dude is going to bring, he's the opposite of Trustless. That could be. All right, wait. And then our last one, you have Dateline Resources, and this one, a little rare earth play. And they are going to be down year to date, but high priority rare earth targets at Coliseum. These guys has identified significant rare earth elements, target 100% owned. That's a big deal to say it's 100% owned in California through a comprehensive 3D survey. 22N anomaly shows potential for a carbonate-hosted RE system located less than 10 kilometers from Mountain Pass Line. And I don't know how close it is to MP, but MP is the only domestic rare earth mine we have right now. So California, we could say, they are filled with gold. Well, they were. I don't know how much gold is left, but also, I guess they could find gold. Positive none. Negative none. It's just basically an update. How are they going to say positive none? Wouldn't you say, pleased to announce the identification, this was on August 11th, identification of multiple high priority rare earth elements. And we know that Trump, that is a definite, priority, these rare earths. So if this did reveal, it keeps saying potential. This laterally extension, high resistivity extending from dead surface, lies directly beneath fendite dikes, altered rocks commonly associated with rare earth-rich carbonates. With no historical drilling in this area, the anomaly represents a prime target for a potential new. If this did, you could say this is really like a bet, if it's there. If it is there, that would make, man oh man, they would definitely go up. Because this, being at 16 cents, if you looked at like CRML, that one's a rare earth in Greenland. Or even if you looked at MP's at a major high. But obviously it takes, this is like I said, they are actually producing. It would take at least probably 4 or 5 years. And that is with like AI and things, even with NOC. With NOC and TMQ, they say at least 2 to 3. I think the CRML one is 2 to 3. You also have another exploration, PNPF, Power Metallic. Damn, I didn't know Power Metallic went up over $1. That is nice. Ooh, I like that. Power Metallic. They're another one, and they're in the total exploration. So you can see that total exploration, as it's going more and more projects, or the projects get more lucky, we could see something more. But like I said, we don't know yet. And then the last one I was going to say, ADHC. That one, this is their last one. They got a 43 million enterprise valuation for that GlucoGuard. That GlucoGuard from ADHC is still a thing, and they are still partnered with Dexcom. So, working together on that. Well, Dexcom's helping them. But Dexcom, major one. Wait, what's Dexcom? I forget what they are. Dexcom. I spelled it wrong. But I also, diabetes devices, all the rage people. That ADHC is another little guy that has potential. DTREF, definitely. Out of all of them, though, I am in DTREF and ADHC. And I think I might, if I had to say, I do like the robot one. That AFFU, I do think that one's looking more and more promising. Simply, it's really like a lottery. So I do like to gamble.